let's do some rapid fire news. Here's, what is this? Trust in Trump. Without tariffs and all the trillions of dollars we have already taken in, our country would be completely destroyed. And our military power would be instantly obliterated. In a 7-4 opinion, a radical left group of judges didn't care, but one Democrat, Obama appointed, actually voted to save our country. I would like to thank him for his courage. He loves and respects the USA. Is this is the yeah, okay, yeah, the terrorists that, yeah, because so basically what happened is the Congress or the Supreme Court, I forgot who ruled, but the Supreme whoever ruled, they said that he could not make generalized sweeping tariffs that would hit a bunch of different markets. So, but they're only allowing the ones he's specifically tying to like certain products, like the stuff with aluminum and steel, right? That tariff is fine because it's a specific tariff on a specific resource of product, right? So basically, those that he put tariffs on, those specific resources he put tariffs on, those are allowed to go through. But the general tariffs to like the countries, he cannot do those, and they have to have basically a congressional meeting and fucking vote for those. But yeah, there you have it. Oh shit, I forgot to. Alright, so we got humanitarian aid ships depart Barcelona for Gaza. So apparently fucking Greta Thunberg is apparently trying to go back for a third time. And well, they said to not fucking do that. So let's see what happens when she leaves. Basically, the Israeli government told her to fucking not to stop it and to not do it ever again. So apparently she's gonna go do it again. You know what they did last time? They shipped her back. Oh, look, clappers, free Palestine. You guys are gonna get turned away, you know that, right? You know that they told you multiple times not to fucking do it, right? Okay. Yeah, woo! Free Palestine, woo! You're gonna get turned back, woo! They're literally just gonna fucking kick you out again. Shit, they might think you're They might think you're a fucking suicide bomb vessel, and they might blow you up in the fucking harbor. You better hope that they know you're coming. Jesus fuck. Hey, Johnny. Did you see the recent shit that was happening over there? They've been going on the offensive. they're real antsy, man. I don't think you want to go in there right now. Yeah, I think Netanyahu's all like, oh yeah, we're changing this to a combat zone now. Yeah, Gaza's a combat zone now. So yeah, I don't think you should be going over there. Oh shit, man. Well, there you have it. Oh yeah. They're doing something dangerous, and they're not gonna like it.
No, well, let me ask you this. You've made it clear, and this is not going to change. You think transgender people are the problem here. So what specifically do you think should be done?
No. When did I say that?
Or you clearly think
When
it's
did I say that,
you
Brianna?
think it's a pattern.
You
tweeted
just
about
created live. You just created live fake news. You did it right in
Mr.
front of
Gorka,
small
what do you
Just
think
calling
should be
out
done
CNN
here?
for the fake
you
news
have zeroed
right
in
here.
on the fact, on what you see is a problem, what you claim is a problem. What do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about this problem you see?
I mean, the issue is that CNN
Do you
keeps
think it's a
putting
problem
their
that
their
individuals are
assumptions and
targeting little
making
children
right
at Catholic
judgments
schools? Do
that
you
they
think that's
shouldn't be
something we should
making.
ignore?
Of course, I think that's a problem.
Thank you. So what we should do is we should look at the early warning signals, the signs. One of these shooters at a recent school shooting had 24 interactions with the local law enforcement. Now, that beggars belief. We should be
are they
providing
talking about the
off-ramps.
is
We
he
should be
talking about the
providing
recent
mental
fucking
health
shooting that
options for
happened?
these individuals.
Oh, no.
I find it hard to believe that an individual goes from getting his mother to sign a change of name certificate age
Oh
17,
shit, yeah,
and
they're
then just a
talking about the
handful of
fucking
years
church
later
shooting.
is mowing down innocent children in a church pew during a Catholic mass, and nobody
Yeah.
realized there was a problem. That's
Yeah,
what we
that's
have to address to save the next children
that's a good
from
example.
the next atrocity. It's not about the sexual proclivities of the individual. It's the fact that nobody seems to notice a very disturbing pattern towards violence. You don't wake up one morning saying, I'm going to do a video on YouTube threatening to kill the president, targeting Jews, targeting children. That doesn't
you never know.
Somebody saw that degradation. Somebody saw those mental issues and said nothing. That's what we have to prevent. The early warning signals must be addressed if children's lives are to be saved.
And what about all the non-trans school shooters?
There haven't been many, to be honest.
They have multiple interactions with authorities, with their schools,
But
with
even
the
then, they have
principals.
just
Why
because
is
they're
something not
trans or
being
not trans
done?
doesn't mean
Instead
shit.
of
They all have
blaming
the
an
same
inanimate
MO. They all
object,
go
which
do
is the
heinous
weapon,
shit at a
how about
fucking at
addressing
a soft
the
target
human
place
being instead
where they
and
know
giving
that
them
they can
aid, giving them
easily
psychological
get
support,
people.
giving them an off-ramp. That's what needs to happen.
Like,
We
why
need
does it
to
matter
stop
whether they're
the
trans or
violence
not?
before it occurs.
Right? These people are fucking doing it regardless. What's this? But yeah, as you can see, CNN is just being fucking weird and pieces of shit, right? Britain first in Manchester. Japan. And DMCA'd. Anyways. As you can see, there's right, because you had the recent Japanese thing with the Nigerian migrants and how they kind of misinterpreted stuff, right? So yeah. I had no idea things were this bad, and it looks like Dublin. What is this? Osaka Masjid, Japan. Let's see how real this is. What is it called? Osaka. What is it? Japan. So, Muslim religious center. Ah, okay. So they have a Muslim religious center. So basically, it's like a almost like an embassy, where they facilitate helping you get education, stuff like that, and Japanese culture and stuff. Oh yeah, it's real. It seems like there's an influx of Bangladesh people. Right, is this the 100,000 Bangladesh people that they brought? I guess they need help with some of their engineering, I guess. Fucking. This is all right. On to the next. Let's see what we got here. Metro Atlanta crime news. What we got.
Atlanta police are investigating a shooting in the southwest part of the city. Officers responded here to reports of gunfire at the City Park Apartments.
Ah.
That's on Fairburn Road. Medics ended up taking a man to the hospital, and we are working to learn the extent of his injuries this morning. Crime scene techs recovered an AR-15 style rifle at that scene. Developing this morning, a family fight in Coweta County escalating in gunfire, ultimately sending one person to the hospital and ending in an officer-involved shooting. The GBI is now investigating the chain of events. And Good Day's Lindsay Tuman is live outside headquarters, breaking this all down for us this morning. Good morning to you, Lindsay.
Good morning to you, Caitlin. Still a lot to learn. GBI agents confirm they're investigating what they're calling an aggravated assault case. And at this time, we know one person had to be life flighted to Grady Memorial Hospital, and a suspect is in custody. Crime scene tape and patrol cars surrounded this home on Wedgwood Circle Saturday night. It was the scene of an active investigation after what started as a family dispute ended in gunfire. Coweta County deputies responded to the Noonan home after a call about a domestic situation. But when officers got on the scene, they say the suspect and the victims all went inside. That's when investigators say the suspect fired off a gun, shooting one of the people inside the home. Law enforcement then responded, shooting at the suspect and taking that person into custody. Deputies say the victim had to be life flighted to Grady Memorial Hospital, but it's unclear what condition they are in or how serious their injuries are. The GBI was called in to investigate. And that's standard procedure in these kind of cases. But what we don't know is who exactly that suspect is, what charges that person is facing, how the victim is doing, or the relationship between these people. I have reached out to the Coweta County Sheriff's Office asking those questions, and as soon as we get some more answers, we'll keep you updated. But for now, that's the very latest live outside of GBI headquarters. I'm Lindsay Tuman for Good Day Atlanta.
Lindsay, thanks for those developments. And we're also following some more developing news out of Gwinnett County this morning, where police say 2 people are dead after a domestic incident at an apartment complex. Officers responded to the Haven Northeast apartments here on Global Forum Boulevard. When they got there, they made that discovery. 2 people dead inside one of the buildings. Details are limited right now, but police say they're looking at surveillance footage as part of their investigation.
During any investigation, we always seek to use any tools at our dispense. And so, of course, any kind of surveillance cameras or any Ring doorbell cameras will be, of course, at least looked into to see if there's any viable information that can be gained from those resources.
And they're also asking anyone with information to come forward as well. In Henry County, officers say they were forced to fire at a minor who got into a fight with his mom. According to the GBI, that mom locked herself in her bedroom as her son was trying to break in with a knife. When officers arrived, they say that boy held on to the weapon. An officer then shot him. The boy is now in the hospital. No word yet on his condition.
Holy shit, that's a... What the fuck? The kid... The police had to shoot the kid. See? See, you can't trust kids sometimes, man. Kids are... Kids get as unhinged as fucking adults, right? And you heard what happened. The fucking police officer had to shoot the kid because the probably kid was brushing him with a knife. Crazy ass fucking kid. What is this? Oh shit. Oh Oh shit. Sorry. Hold on. Let me restart it. Basically, just a random dude just starts beating up on an Asian guy in Vietnam. With a fucking flashlight. Basically, these guys don't really have any, the security guards don't have a firearm. They can't do it, right? All they can do is try and stop them. This happened in Vietnam. And it's a white dude, by the way. Get that. A white dude in Vietnam tried to fuck with a bunch of Asians. And now he got caught by the by the law enforcement. Fucking whitey. I'm sorry. Look at this guy. He looks American too. Maybe American, maybe from... It could either be from, one of the Western countries. Could be Canada. Could be U.S. Right? Could be UK land. Shit, maybe even Australia. Yeah. He's white, though. There he goes. And then he got caught. Alright, what do we got here? U.S., Japan, South Korea warn of North Korean IT worker risks.
The U.S. announced a partnership with Japan and South Korea to counter what they say is the threat of North
Korea encroaching?
North Korean IT workers. The joint statement says North Korea continues to send IT workers around the world, both in person and remotely. They say North Korea's goal is to generate revenue for missile programs and steal data and intellectual property. North Korea has previously used cyber attacks, but getting their people on the inside of companies is an even bigger risk.
Isn't that what
the highest level of threat is an insider,
the Chinese
and so this
people
really took it to another level, and I think that's why you're seeing these, organizations with the government, Japan and Korea, South Korea, putting out these
tell all of our
advisories, alerts
all the
to
U.S.
notify
companies' trade
these
secrets
private sector
and shit.
organizations of this.
Highslip said this tactic became more of an
Leak
issue
all that
following the
information?
COVID-19 pandemic
Fucking,
and the rise
Elon
of
just got
remote
leaked
work.
recently
That allowed the
with,
workers to
Grok.
use fake names and locations to
It
get
was,
inside companies.
Chinese national.
Having full access allows them to either steal whatever they want themselves, or establish backdoors and allow their counterparts.
And it was
remote,
someone who
say
worked
North
for him
Korea
too.
To access it.
To counter
It was
this,
a higher
the
up.
U.S. has designated and
for
sanctioned
whatever
several
reason,
entities and people who they say
leaked the
help
code
these
and
IT
then
worker
was
schemes.
bought
Japan and
out
South
by, I
Korea
guess,
have also taken steps to
OpenAI.
mitigate the risks, and it's not uncommon for
poaching.
allies to work together.
But
there's
when
probably
an incident
some
like this happens,
back,
they'll really,
underhanded backdoor
get
stuff
together,
there
probably form a working
going
group
on.
and determine, okay, how are we going to mitigate this problem that we've identified, and hopefully, mitigate the resulting fallout if data was compromised.
The U.S. Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency highlights North Korea, China, Russia, and Iran as the biggest cyber threats to the U.S. And like American allies, enemies will sometimes work together as well.
China has really been the biggest actor, and so it doesn't surprise me that North Korea and China are kind of allies when it's convenient.
Well, yeah, because they're dictatorial,
with
or
North
authoritarian.
Korea, and then North Korea took advantage of that opportunity.
And they
For
work
Straight
together,
Arrow News, I'm
right? They have
Lauren
a
Keenan.
mutual
For more
interest in,
unbiased straight facts, download the
fucking up
Straight
the
Arrow News
Western
app or visit
countries.
san.com.
Getting data. Right? Why do you think Xi keeps going down to Australia and kind of fucking with Albanese and shit? Illegal vendor slashes.
A violent dispute between two illegal vendors on the Coney Island boardwalk. Thanks for joining us on News 12 Brooklyn. I'm Heather Fordham. News 12's Daniela Rodriguez has the exclusive details on the chaos from the Coney Island boardwalk.
Coney Island
Exclusive
Boardwalk.
images reveal the aftermath of a brawl between two illegal vendors on the Coney Island Boardwalk. One woman in handcuffs, another slashed with a knife.
I see crazy stuff like that all the time.
Oh
Cheesy
shit!
thought it was
So
just another
both
night on the
vendors were
boardwalk until he watched
fighting
officers take
each
a woman
other.
into custody
One
right
had a
in front of
knife
him.
and one
What
was
he didn't
trying to
realize was that arrest followed
slash
a
the
violent
other.
fight.
I'm actually shocked because from what I seen, it was two short little women, like, so it's kind of a little crazy.
Police arrested and
Shit.
charged
Two
36-year-old
tortas?
Maria
Yes.
Paquiza
shit,
with
oops.
2 counts of assault. We're told she got into a verbal argument with another illegal vendor, but things took a turn when she
They're
punched a
both
42-year-old
illegals.
woman in the face, hit her with an umbrella, then grabbed a knife,
Both illegals
slashing
and
her
then
in the arm.
We didn't see any vendors setting up shop
Trying to
along the
just
boardwalk
said,
today, though
assault
we
with
did
a
see more
fucking
parks
deadly weapon.
enforcement officers patrolling the area.
Jeezy says he understands why many come to the boardwalk to make a living, but even small disputes between vendors can quickly spiral out of control.
Everybody got to support their family, you know. Some people obviously are put in a different position than other people, so as long as you're being safe and keep other people safe around you, know what I mean? And not get into knife fights, stuff like that.
News 12 made several attempts at reaching NYC Parks for comment on the incident and ongoing enforcement of illegal vending. We're still waiting to hear back. In Coney Island, Daniela Rodriguez, News 12, Brooklyn.
Got him. All right, what do we got here? 2 men shot, killed by Cerritos Park. Killed at, sorry. I'm guessing no audio on this one. There's audios, just they're not doing like a... I'm guessing that was a body right there. Sorry, we're looking at graphic shit today. We're doing all the graphic stuff, right? Discretion advised, right? If you don't like what you're seeing, don't... This is adults watching adult things, okay? Yeah, I think that's it. All right, there you have it. They're just detailing right the area where it happened. Anyways, on to the next. Fecal matter contaminating beaches. Oh, that's gross.
This Labor Day weekend, some of the most popular beach destinations are seeing poor water quality. This is from
They're
bacterial
shitting in the water.
Contamination. And the worst part, experts say the elevated levels of bacteria are caused by fecal waste. A new report shows nearly 2/3 of beaches tested nationwide in the past year showed unsafe levels of fecal matter. Experts say swimming in this water can cause serious illness.
Nobody wants to be swimming in poopy water.
Yeah, that's not very
either
sanitary.
Animal waste or human waste contains pathogens, parasites, viruses of various kinds that can make us sick. Hardly anybody's idea of how to end their summer on Labor Day weekend.
Experts say a key reason for this outdated water outdated water and sewage systems. This week alone, beaches in San Diego, Cape Cod, Long Island, and Hawaii have closed or issued warnings for contamination.
More contamination? Oh god. That's gross. Anyways. Police shooting near Jefferson Boulevard and 9th.
Overnight. Breaking news overnight, an officer-involved shooting happening at the intersection of Jefferson Boulevard and 9th Avenue in Jefferson Park. Los Angeles police say around 1 a.m., officers encountered a suspect armed with a firearm. Multiple shots were fired between the suspect and officers. The suspect was hit and got away on foot, but was later taken into custody. He was later transported to the hospital, said to be in stable condition. No officers were injured. The suspect's firearm, we're told, is at the scene. We don't know what led up to the encounter, and police are investigating.
The dude just probably saw and just started blasting for some reason. What is this, man convicted?
First tonight, a case that dates back to May of 2024 now finally comes to a close as Nico Cunningham was sentenced to 39 years to life.
Cunningham was indicted for the murder of Precious Taste and her unborn child, as well as 16-year-old Deontay Johnson. 2 News reporter Shoutout Singh joins us live from outside the courthouse. Shoutout, you heard from the victim's family as well as Cunningham. What did they say?
Jack and Kelly, the family was just sending a message of emotion as they also addressed Nico, saying he could have walked away from all of this. Meanwhile, Nico addressed the court, still claiming that he is innocent. As Nico Cunningham slouches in his chair before hearing his sentence, he sits there knowing that he was found guilty on multiple charges, including murder. The case dates back to May of 2024, where police arrived to find Precious Taste and Deontay Johnson dead at a home on Shaftesbury. During proceedings, the state claimed that Nico can be seen on video, talking through a window and then firing shots. A jury found him guilty. Before the sentencing, Precious's brother had a chance to address the court.
You took a beautiful soul. All the tough talk that you did, you wasn't tough enough to walk away.
Thomas emotional as he addressed the court, and Nico specifically.
After she asked you to leave her alone, she just walked away, bro. No fish in the sea. You ended your life.
Man, fucking executed
you didn't care
her.
about your kids. They say forgive and forget. I ain't gotta forgive.
Yeah,
you,
just straight up fucking took out the gun and fucking blasted.
That's what it is.
Cunningham having a chance to address the court.
I'm innocent.
Where he delivered a message that
You're
he thinks he
innocent
is
for
innocent.
for pulling a gun and blasting? What the
I appreciate my
fuck?
family for the support.
No, notice
I
how he
love
says
you.
he's
You
innocent
got my
after
back.
he just murdered someone cold-blooded.
I love my kids. They're gonna be took care of regardless of what happens. God don't put nobody through nothing they can't handle.
A sentence of 39 years to life was then handed down. Nico leaving the courtroom, exchanging words with his as well as the victim's family.
I love you too, baby.
Now, Precious's brother did share that they're trying to get a street sign as well in honor of Precious. In Dayton, Sartaj Singh, 2 News.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, that dude had no remorse. He didn't give a fuck. He went in there with the intent to kill her for some reason. What's this? I got 6-pack abs by embracing my animal side. Oh, gee. Because you're actually going outside, but you're a furry now.
6-pack abs too. Welcome to Weird But True.
That doesn't change anything. You're still a
To
furry.
explore the stranger parts of the post. This week, it's all about Therians, a community of people who identify in some way as an animal. It's kind of
Oh,
like being a
God.
furry minus the kink. But that certainly has
No,
stopped
no,
some
what, minus the
trolls from
kink?
trying
No,
to
it's
make it
still a
dirty.
kink. What?
One wrote, I'm a Caltherian, and everyone
No?
gets mad when I milk myself in public. While it may seem utterly strange to some,
probably
the
in the
post spoke
same
exclusively with
fucking
one Therian
field.
to get the real story. Rising TikTok
In the
star
same
Wild
hemisphere,
Soleil
yo.
is a 20-something from Germany who frolics through nature on all fours. She wears a cat mask and tail to conceal her identity. Her perfectly curated page, filmed in scenic southern Germany and Austria, boasts 96,000 followers and 1.4 million likes. But there's more to this trend than just dressing up. It turns out it's also a fitness fad called quadrobics. That's quad, meaning 4, plus aerobics. It involves Homo sapiens embracing their inner animal by walking, running, and jumping on all
Fucking
fours.
yeah,
Soleil
if you
told
do,
the Post,
I mean,
it's definitely a full body workout. I've
well,
actually
obviously, it's a fucking full body workout. You're fucking moving your whole body. That's why you see animals have a lot of fucking right muscle in those areas, because they're moving all those muscles.
lost a lot of weight since I started doing it, and I really see the definition in my body. I've even started getting a 6-pack. Damn, maybe I should cancel my
Just do a bunch of bear
transformation.
crawls, right?
Soleil also
Do
sells
bear
elaborate
crawls and
masks on
jump
Etsy to
around
fellow
and
Therians.
while you're
This
bear
black
crawling.
box mask retails for $115, and a custom cat mask will cost you roughly $182. That said, Soleil feels most connected to ibex, or wild goats. which have no trouble navigating the world's rockiest terrain on 4
Or do the
hooves. Quadrobics has
the
also
hill
reached
climb-
non-Therians like Alexia Kraft de la Salle. The 28-year-old from Belgium,
Yeah,
who goes mask-free, teaches online courses
Well, this
for
is built.
beginners,
This is basically
co-hosts
bear
tree
crawling.
climbing retreats, and even made a documentary in 2022 about the
jumping
Tarzan
around being a
movement.
monkey.
She told the Post that she spent 2 to 3 hours a day training with the guru Feliz Escobar. The fitness craze certainly makes sense if you watch the 2016
literally,
film The Legend of
literally
Tarzan,
imitating being a
starring Alexander
fucking
Skarsgård.
monkey.
Tarzan is a man who grew up fighting.
You obviously
in the
don't
jungle,
need to do
so
it that
a different
much,
look for
but-
him, more cut, more
Yes,
shredded,
you-
and more like an animal.
You know those
Although
the
Swedish actor's
railing
genetics
bars you see,
might
right?
have
Those
something to do
railing
with it.
bars. That's
Personal
actually a
trainer
good way
Jared
of
Nobe, seen here with his
doing
own
like
animal
full
friend,
body
agreed.
pull-ups.
He told us that quadrobics
Right
there's
a-
heavily with the primal
like
movement
the
and is gaining
outside world
traction
has a lot
because,
of
quote, people are craving more functional, holistic,
basically
and
just
playful ways to
objects
move.
that you can
It sounds
use
fun, but
for
good luck
right
trying that on
body
the streets of New York. For
weightlifting
more Weird But True
or
news,
weight
subscribe to the
training
Post on YouTube.
that you wouldn't think about using it, but you know, each their own. It's just people don't do that shit out and about in public like that because they go to like a gym, right? Okay, there you have it. It's just those people are weird. They want to dress as animals and conduct themselves like animals without the association of the
Israel
furry
declared Gaza
tag,
City a
right?
combat zone and announced it recovered the remains of 2 hostages Friday. It comes as Israel Defense Forces ramps up offensive operations that are being criticized by other countries. As fighting continues, the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry says the death toll in Gaza has risen to more than 63,000 since the war began. The ministry also says 5 people died of malnutrition-related causes, bringing the death toll to 322 as the United Nations reports widespread famine is a reality for hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, however, has vowed to continue to fight until Hamas is entirely dismantled. The IDF says it's targeting Gaza City
Yeah, I mean,
because
they
it
were
remains
just
a
taking out
stronghold for Hamas
leaders
and is home
yesterday.
to tunnels used by Hamas militants.
Yeah, there's a bunch
After
of
initiating
tunnels
tactical
that
pauses
they
in aid
use
distribution, Israel says it's
basically
now
do
lifted that
guerrilla
restriction,
warfare shit.
but some aid groups say they weren't notified.
Essentially
An Israeli
like trench
official did
warfare
not
almost.
say how expanded military operations would impact future aid deliveries, as Palestinians tell the Associated Press that they have seen little aid trickle through. The UN reports around 23,000 have evacuated as Israel intensifies operations in Gaza's largest city. The Israeli military also recovered the remains of 2 hostages Friday, one identified as Elaine Weiss and another who has not yet been identified. Of the more than 250 captured by Hamas in 2023, 20 hostages are still believed to be alive, and the families of captives are urging Israel to negotiate a ceasefire to secure the release of the remaining hostages. Netanyahu said in a statement, "We will not rest or be silent until we return all of our hostages home, both living and dead." For more on this story, download the Shoutout News app or visit san.com. For Straight Arrow News, I'm Kaylee Carey.
On to the next. What is this? Protesters clash with police in Jakarta, Indonesia, amid tensions over lawmaker housing stipends. Uh-oh. It still rages on. Now it's for housing stipends now. Right, you had that one delivery guy who was just an innocent bystander got. Now you got right. Got these guys popping off now because the fucking lawmakers. Setting off a bunch of fireworks. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, you even got the police officer or law enforcement in riot gear. Pop, 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 pop. Oh, they're just fucking. They're just almost through. What? Did he light something and throw something out? What? Ah. Whatever he threw didn't light up and fucking blow up. Right, there you have it. Putin avenges coup. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, someone's about to get got. Sorry, this is graphic content. Someone just got right there. Dude just chases him down, pulls out the fucking pistol right there. Fucking execution, man. Ukrainian MP Andrei Parubi in the western city of Lviv. CCTV footage of Parubi was killed while walking on a street on Saturday. The killer can be seen waiting near a car for the Ukrainian MP as per the CCTV footage. Oh yeah, waiting right there. Immediately, right as soon as he sees him, he starts trailing him. He's right there. Was disguised as a food delivery boy as per local media outlets. Yeah, you can see him holding on to like a food delivery bag or something right there. Eight times and the attacker fled the spot on an electric bicycle. So you see he puts the bag back on. Died before doctors arrive on the scene. Yeah, I mean, when you're shot 8 times like that and you're bleeding out slowly and no one can help you, yeah. I mean, yeah. Has been launched to nab the attacker. We have police and security probing the murder. That was yesterday that happened. August 30th. Co-founder far-right Social National Party of Ukraine. Served as parliamentary speaker from April 2016 to August 2019. Advocated closer ties for the EU, helped in bringing down pro-Russian former President Viktor Yanukovych. Also served as Secretary of Ukraine's National Security and Defense Council following Russia's invasion in 2022. Parubi joined Ukraine's territorial defense. Was also marred by the controversies like him calling Adolf Hitler the greatest man. Yeah. He was also accused of being involved in fire in Odessa 2014, which killed dozens of anti-Maidan activists. Oh, wait, he was a part of the Odessa shit? Really? Ukrainian President... Wait, what? Ukrainian Minister of Internal Affairs Igor Klimenko and Prosecutor General Ruslan Kravchenko, have just reported the first known circumstances of the horrendous murder in Lviv. Was it Andrei Parubi was killed. By my condolences to his family and loved ones. All necessary forces and means are engaged in the investigation and search for the killer. Meanwhile, officials gave no immediate indication if the murder had any link to Russia's war. I don't know. It seems like a right. If he was the one that that was causing Putin issues back then, would Putin go as much as to fucking try and assassinate him right now? I guess maybe. Well, what would be the? I mean, right. I mean, they've been right. Both Ukraine and Russia have been running like espionage missions into each other's fucking shit for a while now. So, I mean, yeah, I guess. All right. I mean, that's just war, right? Gunman shot, wounded 3 at East Village housing project. I'm guessing they're the... oh yeah, I'm guessing those were the people kind of involved in the situation. Basically, I'm guessing they're looking for more evidence, maybe more bullet casing, right, whatever. Basically just sweeping the area, just trying to see if there's any evidence. Looked like a workout place, like a little park. Or in front of a, it looks like an apartment complex that has like a little outside workout place. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. Alright, there you have it. They're just going over the scene. What is this? FBI raids Tampa mansion linked to
Tonight,
church
family
accused
members of people
human
working
trafficking
for the Kingdom
and
of God
abuse.
Global
Oh,
Church
shit.
have a lot of questions.
Holy shit, that's
Earlier
a
this
big
week, we
ass
told you about a
church.
federal
What the fuck?
investigation into the church and an FBI raid on a home in the exclusive Avila community. That home is associated with the church.
Yeah, and family members say they were cut off from talking to their loved ones by the church, and we are also hearing from a mentor who actually
Oh, it was a
exploited
cult.
people who
This
explains
church is a
just how
cult.
damaging
They
this
found a
can be
cult.
for families. News Channel 8's Jeff Patterson joins us live from the federal courthouse in Tampa with an update to the story. Jeff.
Good evening, Josh and Jen. Well, the federal government says that people were forced to work in call centers for the Kingdom of God Global Church in order to raise millions of dollars for the church and their leaders to support their lavish lifestyles.
Oh,
Federal
no.
court documents show the people
The
working in those call
televangelist,
centers
man.
were
Oh,
psychologically abused and
dude.
cut off from their
Actually,
family members.
I don't think these guys were
This is
televangelists,
Drone
but they're
8
the
video of an FBI
they're
raid in
they're the
progress
other,
at a multi-million-dollar
fucking
mansion
other
in the
people, though.
exclusive and gated Avila community. As
The
this
other
raid was going on,
problematic
similar
fucking
operations were
group,
underway
right?
in Houston, Michigan, and Missouri.
David John is the lead pastor for another church, the Impact Church in Detroit, and he believes one of his family members was taken in by the Kingdom of God Global Church.
That's not the spirit of Christ, that you have to follow me. You have to be a part of my church, or else you're defying God. It really is.
Well, they're the church of money.
He says all
they care about is
communication
money.
with that family member was cut off by the church.
It should really created more concern and more of an alarm that there's this large amount of time where they're not, all of a sudden, not communicating.
Laura Henderson is a survivor mentor for a group called Bridging Freedom.
That's very common in the human trafficking world. You know, there's the that meets the forced fraud and coercion aspects of human trafficking.
The federal government says workers for the church were forced to raise money in a call center, sometimes working up to 20 hours a day. They could only leave for bathroom breaks
20
with
hours
permission
a day?
and often
Doing
had
what?
food deprived if they didn't meet extreme financial goals. Henderson says these workers were groomed to be abused.
They find a target, they begin to gain info and gain their trust. They'll give them gifts or provide, you know, a place to stay, food, meet their basic needs. Then they begin to
ask something in
abuse them,
return,
isolate them.
I did speak this afternoon to a
getting what they
spokesperson
want.
for the U.S. Attorney
Start
in the
asking
Eastern
for,
District of
"Where's my
Michigan,
money,
where this
bitch?"
case has now been moved to. They say that they cannot comment on victims or tell me how many people were taken out of that home in Avila, but they say they will be cared
Right, they
for.
start becoming the
Live in
pimp,
Tampa, Jeff
and then you
Patterson,
start
8
becoming the
on your
hoe,
side.
and then they start fucking pimp slapping the shit out of you until they get their money. Where's my money, bitch? All right, and that's gonna do it for the fast news. Oh, I will leave everything in the in the description with all the sources. Check back all that stuff if you want. And check back on what all those other people are doing with content, right? There you have it.